Hey you guys, welcome to your Venus through Signs series. This is for Venus and Aries. So I want to thank you guys for joining me here on Patreon. So let's see what messages we have coming out for the month of April. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords. We have Ten of Wands, Four of Wands, the Tower, Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so the overall energy of April, you guys seem to be overwhelmed. There's a lot on your mind, a lot on your plate. You might be dealing with just mental issues, but not in a, in that sense, just more so like you're overthinking things, and feeling overwhelmed, and like all the negative thoughts that you're having, it's a challenge for you to overcome them. That's what you need to try to do. Whenever you find yourself feeling like, oh, something's never going to happen, something isn't going to change, or I can't do this, I can't do that, remind yourself that what is going on is just an illusion. It's negative thoughts, and you can change your situation. You can start practicing with little things, like, for instance, that expression like, oh, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Like, don't do that. I never liked feeding into that. Like, when you wake up and the first thing that happened is something bad, like you stubbed your toe, you burned yourself making coffee, just stuff like that. And then you just kind of say, oh my God, today's going to be horrible. I mean, immediately catch yourself and be like, you know what? This is just, I'm going to change my perspective. It is what it is. That happened. And now that was a test for me to change my train of thought. It's going to be a great day regardless of the previous things that just happened this morning. So I just kind of feel like, don't be consumed by the negative things. I feel like it could be like one little thing that you're disappointed about or that isn't going your way, and you're letting that consume you. Don't do that. It also looks like there's something that you're wanting to say or do, but for whatever reason, you're sneaking off to do it. I don't know if you're in a relationship and you just feel stuck and you're like, oh, the only way out of this relationship is to run away. Or maybe you're trying to escape by watching movies or reading books. It just seems like you're trying to avoid something that's going on in a relationship. If you're single, something's going on where you just feel overwhelmed. You might be having negative thoughts, thinking you're always going to remain single. Or maybe you're making excuses as to why you're not ready to date. Like, it could be a numerous amount of things, but overall energy does look like you are dealing with anxieties for the month of April. And, it doesn't mean that your entire month is going to be that way, but I do feel like that's going to be some sort of repetitive theme for you, is overthinking and having anxiety and feeling like mentally trapped or mentally handicapped, like your thoughts are preventing you from taking certain type of actions and moving forward and doing things that you're needing to do. Now, since these are Venus readings about love and relationships, it also may be things going on where you have a love interest, but for whatever reason you feel like you can't open up to them or you can't talk to them. So instead you're more so spying on them, seeing what they're up to. Maybe you're trying not to think about someone that you still have feelings for. It does seem like maybe someone is stuck on your mind. It looks like you keep trying to outrun your thoughts. You're like, I'm going to outrun my thoughts. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And my thoughts are not going to get the best of me. I do feel like there's a need for you to transform your thinking, but not by running from them. You might need to find a different way to deal with that type of energy. If you're thinking about somebody that you can't seem to stop thinking about, maybe it's better to psychoanalyze yourself and ask yourself, why are you thinking about this person? Why do you have these feelings for this person? What was it about this person that you felt so connected to that you can't seem to let go of? You know, it's like, if you just keep asking yourself questions, you unlock so many answers and you give your own self clarity. So I feel like you are needing to do that, do some sort of psychoanalysis of why you keep holding on to someone. You can't stop thinking about somebody. Now, it also looks like for some of you, you might be holding on to a relationship out of obligation. You feel obligated to, you don't really want to be in there. I think you don't have to be in that relationship if you don't want to. I know it's probably easier said than done, but if you truly want to leave the relationship, it's showing that you can. It's showing that your situation is, I don't want to say psychotic, but it's, well, psychological. I'm sorry. It's psychological, your situation. It is a mind over matter type situation. But everybody's situation is going to be different. So how you unlock the madness is going to be different for everybody. I feel like there is going to be whatever pressure you're holding on to, it will be released. You're going to get a break. It even looks like the universe or outside forces is going to step in to force you to change or to release any type of energies that you're trapped in. Now, I see a situation going on where it does seem like someone is like trying to start some shit. I don't know who this person is, but I feel like you might have a troublemaker. Someone is coming off or will be viewed as a home wrecker. I don't know if it's you or if someone left you and you're like, that person's a home wrecker. They knew we were in a relationship. So I feel like there's home wrecking energies in regards to your love life. And especially because Seven of Swords, I see somebody sneaking out. Someone might be moving out because or sneaking off because they feel like that's the best way to end a relationship, is just to sneak away. And then also it does look like maybe because someone feels manipulated all the time. Like, it's like this person's always manipulating me. And it does look like someone likes to do that. You also might bring that on to someone else, though. This might be how someone feels about you, like that you are manipulative, you weigh them down, you make them feel stuck. So I don't know whose side of the story I'm picking up on, but those are like some of the messages coming out. I feel too like someone is acting out of character, especially if someone is an earth sign towards Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like someone's acting a little out of character or bizarre. Something also could be revealed in regards to an earth sign. I don't know if you find out that an earth sign's been spying on you, or an earth sign has been starting shit in your life, going around causing fights and then leaving. It does look like somebody's going to get caught in their own trap if that's the case. I feel like someone is trying to escape and get away after causing something, but it's like their shoelaces get stuck and they can't leave, and then people show up and they can see who started something. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an earth sign, but I do feel like something is indicating that somebody's going to get caught in their own shit, basically. So I see also clouded judgment. You may end up feeling emotionally clouded, or your judgment is being clouded, and it's like you can't make decisions when you're feeling this way. So if there's any situations going on where you feel like you need to leave, or you're asking should you go or should you stay, it's kind of like, don't worry about it right now. Wait until your energy is cleared. Wait until you're emotionally at peace before you make some sort of decision, because you might not be seeing something clearly right now. You're definitely trying to figure things out. There are secrets. You might be dealing with a lot of secrets. You might be feeling a lot of pressure because of secrets, even if they're the secrets of other people. If you're completely single, I feel like there is a secret admirer, someone who wants to come forward, but they just don't seem to be able to. They can't get out of their heads. Someone has a lot of responsibilities. Now, it's also possible that if you're in an established relationship, someone is feeling pressured into taking things to the next level, like moving in together, engagement, marriage. Unfortunately, it looks like whatever is being established is going to expose a lot of faults, or something is being built on a weak foundation and is going to have to start over again. So it's like two people that know that there's some extreme issues in a relationship, but decide to move forward in it anyway. Like, we're going to move in together anyway, even though we have not resolved this past issue or that past issues that are super bad issues. It's like the minute you move in together, shit is going to hit the ceiling, like, or the fan rather. It's like everything's going to fall apart. It just makes it worse. It exposes how bad the situation really is. And so you're going to have to deal with it. Somebody might say, I'll rewind. I think I need to move out. We should not do this until, we're ready. Like, something is having to be reset here. Yeah. So, especially for those of you that are trying to force something to happen. Now, this can go in reverse too. Let's say you are trying to avoid someone that you shouldn't be trying to avoid, that you do need to confront, or you do need to resolve some sort of past issues. And you're trying to avoid them, and you successfully build up some sort of barrier. You're like, haha, I get through this wall that I've built up around, around myself. You can't break through. It's like, yes, it will, because that wall isn't supposed to be there. So I feel like that's going to, you're going to have to be forced to deal with somebody that you could have been avoiding. Now, I'm also getting, if there aren't faults in a relationship, there are literal faults in someone's living environment. Like, something's wrong with that house or apartment that you're living in. It probably has some structural issues, maybe termites, maybe it's got a rodent problem, maybe there's problems with the plumbing, could be a pipe bursting. I don't know, it's something wrong with that home that you're living in together. So, and it's going to expose itself, whatever it is. This is also about having some sort of realization, some sort of awakening. I feel like you're going to have some sort of self-realization about your situation. And it's like it had to happen this way. You are going to be forced to take an assessment of your life, your decisions when it comes to love, who you really want to be with. Do you want to stay in a relationship? Like, you're being forced to address certain things that you have been trying to avoid. Even being single, you're being forced to examine why you're truly single, or why you push people away, or why you move so fast. Like, there's things that are happening where you have to go within. So it's like your faults are being exposed. I feel like 7-7 is significant for some of you. I feel too like there's something being revealed in your dreams, or there's also some sort of telepathic connection that you have with someone. I feel like you're having to you have options, and you are trying to figure out what's real, what's the real deal. Who is the person that you're supposed to be with? Who's your soulmate? Why do I have so many soulmates? Like, you're asking yourself all these questions about matters of the heart. Because there are multiple people involved. Could be fire, could be water. You might be asking, have you truly healed? And I feel like you're also trying to figure out what it is, who feels like home to you, or what makes this person feel like home. So I feel like your month is, and I can see why you feel overwhelmed, because there's a lot of things that you're trying to understand and figure out about your relationship, the future of your relationships. If you're single, you're just trying to figure out a lot of things. And so I feel like don't overthink things. Just try and be patient and let certain things unfold. Whatever is meant to come to the light will, especially with this tower here. There is going to be some sort of secret revealed, either about yourself, or about like you realizing something about yourself, or if you've been doing something in secret, it's going to be exposed. If someone's been keeping any type of secrets around you, that's going to be revealed as well. Yeah. So, yeah, and also I see a form of self-sabotage. That also is something that's going on. Like, you might realize that you intentionally or subconsciously have been sabotaging your happiness or your relationships. And now you're trying to figure out why. You're like, why did I ruin that relationship? It's possible maybe because that's not the person who you truly wanted to be with, but you were trying to entertain yourself, or, avoid something else, or live out someone else's life. And it's just like, no, you have to learn how to be true to yourself. Don't live to please others, live to please yourself. So hopefully, some of those messages will resonate, but feel free to leave your comments.